Sometimes you have to sacrifice the old for the new, whether it be relationships, habits, yourself, in a way where you're constantly updating. And if we were to put it in terms of a phone or a console or something, it's always updating. Because what once may have been good is no longer good no more. And it's the idea of transformation, just constant transformation. And there's a saying I like, it's he who thinks his journey is over is truly lost. And this really gets me thinking the fact that it's like we always move towards a certain direction. We always move somewhere. We may not realize it, but we're always making our actions align towards a certain area or aspect. And it's one thing to accept it, being like, okay, I can't stay like this no more. I can no longer participate in those things. I can no longer be that kind of person I once was in order to become a new person. That's one thing, right? But it's another thing actually doing it. Doing is, how's that saying go? Seeing is believing. But essentially it's harder, it's easier said than done. That's the way. It's easier said than done, because you can easily say, oh, this, that, I want to do this, I want to start that. But then it's another thing actually doing it, and the process in continuously doing it, making it a part of you, part of the person you're creating. And in terms of relationships, it's like sometimes you realize some people aren't fit for your life no more, or for where you're going. And there's this separation from the memories, the feelings, and things like that, if they aren't truly with the program. In a way, by program I mean the destination or the goal, or even the vision. Because sometimes it's, in a sense, it's either you're helping me on the way or you're in the way. And sometimes it has to be to that point for some people, because it's like sometimes they may want you to stick to this path, they want you to stick to this idea. It's usually your parents or friends or family, or they're like, go to college, do this, do that, and you have something else in mind, but they want what's best for you in their own vision, and there's nothing wrong with that. They want you to go to school, they want you to get a job in that area or aspect, and that's what they view as safe. That's what they view as safe, and anything past that is a risk. When in reality, even just going to school and that whole idea and trend is a risk in itself. But they can't see a different vision, I guess. So it's like they're saying that to you out of love and care. But if not, it's like you have to identify if it is or isn't, and that's on you. I don't know how the relationships you have are, because they may say, no, go. The easiest example is go to college, right? And you have something else in mind. You wanna start a business, and they're gonna bring up all these problems. What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work out? What if it doesn't succeed? What if you don't prosper? What if you fail? All these questions and concerns, where it's like there's three ways of looking at it. You can ignore it, and they'll just not even bring you any more information, any more problems, any more things to look at. Or you can hear it and just kind of be like, okay, just kind of ignore it still, and they'll constantly keep bringing it up, but it's like you kind of ignore it. Or you can take the problems they're looking at, the problems they see, the questions and concerns, and you can challenge it and confront it and find a solution for it. What if, how are you gonna market the business? I'm gonna use TikTok, Instagram, create a website, however it may be, whatever it may be, and whatever it is you are doing. And I think that third idea is the best one. They'll bring up, problems or things that you may have not even noticed, and it's like now you're making your plan just even more effective. Because it's like if you just say no, like no, I'm not listening to you, it's like they're gonna like you're hard-headed and not bring you information that you may have missed out on. Because it's all out of love, it's all out of wanting what's best for you. But even so, if it's people who are jealous, who are envious, or people who don't want to see you win, why would you want them around you? Quite simple. Why would you want them around you? It doesn't help you. It literally doesn't. They're in the way. And even so, they could be some of your closest friends. But even so, it's like at a certain point, it's like realizing, are you in a way holding me back? Are you able to help in any way you can? Are you able to help? And if not, do what you will with that information. If you want to separate yourself, become just acquaintances, I guess. You can be cool, but it's like you can't spend all your time with them, or you just want to cut them off. Do what you will. And you'll meet people along the way, obviously. You'll meet new people, and you'll see if they are right for your life, and you can judge that and determine that by your own standards. And you have to set standards for yourself. You have to set standards for yourself, because it's like, how are you going to live without any standards, rules, or principles? And that's the basis of all of it. That's the basis of all of it. It's like, how are you going to... You're living without a map. You're just walking in place. You're walking in place, and you think you're making progress, but it's like your movement is so scattered. It's like you take one step forward, one step back, and it's like you never truly make progress. So I guess having principles and a direction and a vision, is there. And once you have that vision, you see habits that are good for you and are bad for you. Habits you have right now and habits you may need. How you want to spend your time. I spend too much time on my phone. Okay, let me cut that out. Let me study on how to run a business, how to communicate with people, how to, whatever it may be, and just creating a cycle of habits that benefit you, and that make, everything more coherent, everything together, everything flow easy. It's like going all in. It's literally going all in, and just diving head first into doing it, because that's the only way you really grow. You go head first. And of course, there's always the idea of a plan, which is good. You should have a plan. You should want a plan. And everything done for a reason. That's a huge part. Everything should be done for a reason. Every action, every thought, every decision should be done with a reason and an intention. And you should know what the reason and intention is. Oh, let me market myself to this person. Let me talk to this person and see, if there's any way they can help. And it's not even that. It's like, it's just greater than everything, That was just the easiest thing that came into my mind. But in a sense, it all comes back to you just sacrificing your own self. Because what got you, how does that saying go? What got you there won't get you there. Or what got you here won't get you there. That's the right way to word it. What got you here won't get you there. In the essence that all the decisions and the ideas and the way you behave right now will change over time in order to fit the needs of the kind of life you want in the future. Because take a look at the results you're getting, and you see that everything can be improved on. Everything can be improved on, or either changed, or either, influenced to go into a certain direction. So, some of the old things you may have been attached to, may have once cared for, it's like you have to separate yourself from that. You have to. It's a sacrifice. It's not supposed to be easy at times. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to be a challenge, but are you willing to take it? Are you willing to take it? Are you willing to jump off that edge? Because, I don't know, I realize you can't really do things half-hearted because you won't get the full result. You won't get the full result of doing things half-hearted. And it serves you no purpose of doing it half-hearted. Do it all the way or don't do it at all. Do it all the way or don't do it at all. And that's truly what it is, being effective with yourself. But I also know that there's a lot that can be holding us back, a lot that can be weighing us down, whether it's trauma, just closing ourselves off, whether it's, people. And at a certain point, it's there, it's there, and you just kind of have to let it go or replace it. Because if you let it go, there's a space for it, for something else to be in there, for that space to be filled. So I think you have to replace it with something that is truly right for you, And think about it, you're used, let's say in one area you're used to toxic relationships and you're like, I can't deal with that no more. So you're in a space where you don't want no more toxic relationships. So then you have to ask yourself, what would I want instead? What would a healthy relationship be to me? If you want a healthy, sustainable, fulfilling relationship, what would that mean to you? And what is the kind of person you want to be, and what is the kind of person you envision yourself with? Kind of, I mean, in a way of how they move and interact, Do you want them to be respectful, polite, caring, compassionate, trustworthy, and all these qualities that you see, and you should want them too, and, ambitious, and curious as in, just open. And it's all these areas and aspects where you have to ask yourself, it's like, what is the opposite, or what is it that I truly want now? And that's what it leads to. It leads to a sacrificing the old for the new. It results in changing what once was comfortable for a new comfort, for a new area, because you can no longer stay in the same spot and expect a different result. Isn't that old saying, insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So of course change is bound to happen. Now, are you going to be with the change or against it? Are you going to try and just stay the same as time passes on and stagnate and become just stagnant? You don't grow, you don't prosper. Are you willing to change? Be open to change as time continues on and you see growth little by little. And next thing you know, it's like your whole life, your whole attitude, your whole way of living is different. And it's all a choice on you, but it comes with the cost, it comes with the territory. Everything has its own things that it comes with, whether it's helpful or hurtful, But I just want to leave it off there, honestly. I just got off of work and I just want to talk about it, honestly. And I'm not gonna lie, I do need a haircut. I've been realizing that, like, when I'd go out to play soccer, right, my hair is getting in the way. It is actually bad now. It is bad because, like, we take this and pull it down, like, it covers my eyes. So it's like, and just imagine you're sweating, so it's like the water or sweat or whatever, and I'll like put water on to kind of push it back, but it'll like pull it down and it'll just cover my eyes, and it's like and I need a haircut because even the sides are getting like long. Like I can't even just, that's crazy. I think this is probably the longest I've had it for a while, because I don't know, I just need a haircut. But my barber's on a vacation, so it's like, and I'm not trying to, if you know what it's like to have a barber, like a specific barber, you know it's like you don't want anyone else kind of cutting your hair. Because it's like he knows how I like my hair, and it's like obviously like just a bit off the top, and then I recently changed it because he wanted to try something new just for the fun of it. I think I had what was it before? I can't remember what it was called before, but it'd be like a fade, and it's like a drop fade. And then I think what he did last time was a burst fade. Yeah, I think that's what it was. So I'm deciding on which one I want to go with. But yeah, that's where my mind has been. That's what's been on my mind. And honestly, it's been fun. It's been fun just learning, just talking, all that. But dreamers turning dreams into reality. Love you forever and always. See ya.